Welcome, my fellow Quest heads and VR nerds. This is Eyes on VR, where I take a look at every VR game I can get my grubby little hands on, but I always prioritize VR shooters. I take a look at real life accessories, gun stocks as well, but right now it's time for the news, so let's see what's new in the world of VR this week. And there is some crazy stuff going on this week. We've got Apple prototype headsets damaging employees' eyeballs. We've got contact lenses that give you a real life heads-up display, and stick around to the end where I talk about a game coming to VR that I spoke about before, but it's really finally happening now. It's very, very exciting. We've got some real confirmation on it, so don't forget to stick around for that. I'd also love to know what's your favorite thing about VR. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I really appreciate it and it really helps out the channel. And don't forget to subscribe down below as well for more PCVR, Oculus Quest content. And don't forget, timestamps will also be in the description down below. So if you want to get to a certain point in the video, just go down there, skip ahead to what you want to see. And with that, let's get into the news. So Facebook and Oculus have announced the Oculus Quest 2 will be getting a very important update people have been gagging for since the Quest 1. In February, as an experimental feature, Facebook and Oculus will be introducing the multi-user feature. Now, this will allow any headset to have 3 additional users on just one device. This will also come with the app sharing feature as well, so you don't have to buy any games again. Each account will have access to the games bought on the primary account. This means each person can have their own saves and their own progress, so no more jumping into games of Onward or Contractors to loadouts that you've never ever seen before. Now, I know what you're asking as well, why haven't you mentioned it coming to the Quest 1? Well, whilst there's no official date for that feature coming to the Quest 1 yet, Facebook and Oculus in this article announcing it for the Quest 2 said it will be coming to the Quest 1, and I quote, at a later date, unquote. So make of that what you will, but the downside here for some is going to be that each additional user on a headset still needs to have their own Facebook account, of course. Now, this does come down to the developers of the games to enable the app sharing feature on the Oculus Quest 2, but don't fret, every new game coming to the Oculus Store after February the 13th, 2021, it will be mandatory for them to enable the app sharing features, and games already on the store, the devs can enable app sharing at any time unless they opt out by February 12th, 2021. But I don't think many devs will opt out, as I don't think this feature is going to be too taxing when it comes to games already on the store. Now, here's a very interesting story. Apple is working on a VR AR headset. Now, Apple has a huge interest in AR, just like a lot of other companies. They already have a lot of apps for the iPhone and the iPad that use AR for various different things. The only issue, of course, is that screen limitation. Now, they've been working for some time on a headset, sort of Google Glass type thing, for a while now, and with less than successful results. At one point, they had an idea for projecting an augmented reality image onto your retinas to overlay it with the real world. And you know what this led to? Damaging employees' eyes. People have gone to hospital after using this thing, and right there was an Apple headset that damages your eyes. Now, that's a big no from me. Apple's response to these allegations was that the security seal within the headset itself was damaged, therefore lasers that were projecting the image onto the retina got through into employees' eyes. Still, that is a big no from me. So what do we know about the current headset that they're working on? It's going to be a standalone headset with inside-out tracking with 4 cameras, just like the Oculus Quest systems. They intend for it to be used for gaming, watching videos, communicating, and AR functionality. Now, with that AR functionality, clearly they will have to have some kind of pass-through capability using those 4 cameras, again, just like the Quest, so you can see the real world while it projects images over it. There isn't much known right now about their current headset, except for that they plan on releasing it already in 2022, and they say that they want it to compete with the Oculus Quest, PSVR, and headsets from HTC. It's in its late prototype stage apparently at the moment, so what it is could change quite significantly before 2022. But what is for sure here is that Apple sources have said that it's going to be niche. And this means it won't be $300 like the Quest. Hell, it won't even be $1,000 like the Valve Index. It will be aimed at being a high-end exclusive. And if the Apple Tower Mac is $5,000, who knows what this headset will be. My prediction is that it will be ridiculously expensive. It will be compatible with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean you may even have to buy all new cables and apps, etc. to even use the thing. But having said that, this does sound like it's going to be a good show, so I'm definitely going to keep track of this. And just a quick one here, Beat Saber can now run on the Oculus Quest 2 at 90 Hz, which means you can have more fun with smoother gameplay, and that can be the difference between the top spot in a multiplayer match and missing out on the win from not hitting that one block just right. They've also added group launch, so you can go straight from a party into a multiplayer server. No need now to send around codes and join matches that way. Kind of seems like this should have been standard from the start, but hey, never mind, we've got it now. Now, carrying on from my last news video, something else has come out of CES 2021 this year that deserves as much attention as the glove from my last video, the Sense Glove Nova. You can check that out here. And if you're thinking, what does this have to do with VR? Bear with me, because it does. So the company Mojo Vision has said, hey, look at us and look at our XR contact lenses. The display is smaller than 0.5 millimeter within this contact lens. Welcome to the future, folks, because this really is some stuff of movies. I mean, I'm not going to go into all the technical stuff because it is very technical and a video in itself. So just check the link in the description for all of that stuff. So what will happen is the display will sit just in front of your pupil, and the lens has a coil going around the outside which acts like the battery. It lasts about 24 hours and can be recharged by placing it in its own case like you would do with wireless headphones, iPods, you know. This thing will basically give you a real life HUD. Mojo Vision has shown this off, but I hear you. How the hell is that even possible? You can't just shrink a processor down and put it into your eyeball. What's giving this thing processing power? Well, it's your neck. Not literally, of course. There will be a device around your neck connected to your phone that transmits the wireless signal to the contact lens itself. And I'll be quite honest, while that does kind of ruin the fantasy for me, when it comes to contact lenses like this, it's still pretty impressive just that we can even do this. There's just a lot of licenses and things to get put through before this can come to the consumer market, and it's taking time. But think what this will be in 2, 5, or 10 years. That future is bright. But what has this got to do with VR, Rex? Well, seeing as these lenses display those images in front of your eyes to make a real life HUD, if you close your eyes, well, it's welcome to VR. Just because your eyes are closed doesn't mean they stop working. So these lenses can continue to display images and project images when your eyes are closed. With eye tracking that they're implementing as well, you can interact with things whilst in VR or a virtual world. And this is incredible. The possibilities here are astonishing and kind of scary. You look left, you look right before you cross the street, and then bam, there's an ad in your face. So that does kind of concern me, but honestly, this is far too good to be true and far too good to ignore. So definitely keeping both eyes on those contact lenses for sure. Now, Doom 3 on the Quest systems has had multiple updates since its release, and I did a full review of it. You can check it out right here. The latest updates have enabled you to install language packs, French, German, Spanish. There's a bunch of bug fixes as well, including mod support for the Event Horizon mod for Doom 3. A bunch of new features that most helpfully include being able to switch your full body to just hands within the game at the touch of a button, turning your targeting sight on and off at the push of a button. PDAs are running smoother, interactions with screens are smoother, everything has had a boost in efficiency, so they're way less finicky when you're trying to move fast. So that is good news. For all you guys who haven't tried it yet, go find Doom 3 on SideQuest. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, there's been some great confirmation lately. Last time in the news, I spoke about Ubisoft announcing Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell VR, which is very, very exciting. But we had only that way of telling how far along the projects were. The fact that they announced it and that was about it. That's all we knew. But on Ubisoft's official website, there are finally job postings for various positions for Splinter Cell VR, which means it's definitely in the works right now. But seeing as those positions, that they're looking for are leads in character design, lead artists, leads in game design, it's probably gonna be a while, I'm afraid, my Quest heads and VR nerds. Well, that's it for the news this week. That is some crazy technology coming out in the world of VR this week. I mean, we are just getting closer and closer and closer to being part of a sci-fi movie, basically, which is really strange how accurately old school sci-fi movies are starting to become now when it comes to our technology. It's absolutely insane. And to be quite honest with you, I love it. I've got some really exciting stuff coming up on the channel over the next couple of weeks. I did a poll recently about what people want to see on the channel, and it has been very clear what people want to see, so I will be getting on that. So stick around for that as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more PCVR, Oculus Quest content. I have been Rex. This is Eyes on VR. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.